Hello students, good afternoon. So in today's lecture, we are going to see the last type of hybrid system, okay, and that will end our topic on hybrid systems. So the last topic which we had, which were remaining for us to do is the combination. It's the combination of your genetic algorithms and fuzzy systems, right? So by combining these two, what do we have? We have genetic fuzzy hybrid, or you can also say fuzzy genetic hybrid systems. Now these are a little bit different when you talk about genetic fuzzy and fuzzy genetic. And how is it different? We'll see this in this particular slide, and then we'll go ahead. So the integration of fuzzy systems and GA can be done in two ways. Okay, there are two important or major categories or ways that we can do this. And the first one is by using fuzzy logic. Okay, by using fuzzy logic based techniques for improving genetic algorithm behavior. So what we're doing is we are using fuzzy systems or fuzzy logic inside the GA, okay, or to improve genetic algorithm, we are doing that. And by how do we do that? We model the GA components. Okay, what are the GA components? All those components that you have seen: the fitness function, initialization, initial population, all the genetic operators, etc. All these things are the GA components, right? So we are going to improve them by using fuzzy systems. Right, so this is called as fuzzy genetic algorithms or FGAs. Okay, that's the one way. The other way is application of genetic algorithms in various optimization and search problems involving fuzzy systems. So here what we do is, here we use genetic algorithms inside fuzzy systems, or basically we optimize fuzzy systems. So fuzzy systems are not optimum enough. They are not optimum enough to give us that particular kind of performance, right? So to improve their performance, what we're doing is we're going to use GA inside the fuzzy system, and we do various optimization and whatever optimization and search problems which are available, which are required to be done. We involve GA into the fuzzy systems in that case. So these are the two ways how your hybrid system of GA and fuzzy can be done. Now the first one, that is your FGA, right? Your FGA is considered as a GA, a genetic algorithm, right? It is considered as a GA. Okay, it's considered a GA that uses techniques. Okay, it's a genetic algorithm. Okay, FGA is a special. You can say it's a special type of genetic algorithm that uses techniques or tools. It uses techniques or tools based on fuzzy logic. Okay, so you can say it's a special type of GA where it has borrowed some tools and techniques from fuzzy system which improves the GA behavior. Okay, the modeling that we are trying to do with using genetic algorithm, we are trying to improve it by using these things inside this. Okay, for example, fuzzy operators and fuzzy connectives for designing genetic operators with different properties, right? So what we're doing is we use fuzzy operators and fuzzy connectivities for designing genetic operators. Okay, what are fuzzy operators? Like your fuzzy logic operators, and, or, not, okay, etc. And fuzzy connectives means membership functions and etc. Okay, all these things we use them to design the genetic operators with different properties. Okay, for example, when you have it's like saying that we are using crossover, mutation. Okay, all these operators, selection, right? We use a fuzzy logic somewhere inside them, right, for improving. So fuzzy logic control systems can be done for controlling the GA parameters. Okay, now these parameters can be controlled. How do we control that? By using some, obviously we'll use some performance measures. We'll check what is the performance. Is the error reduced? Is the value that we want, the optimum value that we want, are we getting that value, right? Or stopping criteria. So basically we improve the stopping criteria. We can stop the algorithm. We will get the results very fast or soon, so that we can stop the algorithm, right? So these are the things that we are trying to improve. Some few things we are trying to improve by combining them together and creating a genetic fuzzy hybrid, which gives us a better output or better performance, right? Now in GAs, what will happen is in GAs, the second type of one, what we do is we utilize for solving different fuzzy optimization problems. Now if you are using fuzzy systems and you are trying to optimize something, fuzzy generally are not used. Fuzzy systems are not generally used for optimization kind of problems. But if you want to do them, if you want to do that, right, then we will try to involve GA into it so that it gives a better performance. For example, fuzzy optimization for distribution networks. Now distribution networks will be your sensor networks, will be your all these communication networks that we have, computer networks that we have. You want to do optimization of the data transfer and how the things are working, we can do that. Fuzzy optimal reliability design problems. There are many different problems which are there. Types of problems, that fuzzy optimization problems that can be solved using the hybrid of this. Reliability design problems is basically you're designing a product, you're designing a circuit, you're designing any kind of a system, and you want to check its performance at different levels, at different temperature conditions, different current voltage current conditions, all that, right? So it's different VTC, you call it, voltage temperature conditions, right? So you check their optimal values, check their values, how they perform better. So you can make them better by using fuzzy genetic hybrid system, right? That is what I'm talking about over here. So this was about genetic fuzzy hybrid and fuzzy genetic hybrid systems. That's the third type of system combination that we have, right? Now let's go ahead and look at a particular kind of hybrid system, right? That is genetic fuzzy rule based system. That is GFRBS, genetic fuzzy rule based system. Now the fuzzy controller GAs, okay, fuzzy controller, this is by the way fuzzy controller GAs, I think it just got auto-corrected. Fuzzy controller GAs have proven to be very powerful tool in modeling complex systems, right? That's what you're using GA, okay, a special type of GA wherein fuzzy systems has been used, right? So they have been what do you say? They have been I said it wrong, by the way. I'll just take back my words. These are the fuzzy systems. Okay, always remember when you write genetic first, you're using genetic operators or the properties of genetic algorithm inside the system. Okay, so if you are at fuzzy genetic, that means you're using fuzzy tools or fuzzy techniques inside genetic. Okay, so now it is genetic fuzzy. So here what we are doing is the genetic components, the things from your genetic algorithm, right? Whatever is there in genetic algorithm, we are using it inside fuzzy system. Okay, so now fuzzy control GAs have proven to be very powerful tool for modeling complex systems, since like adaptive control. Now, what is adaptive control? You must have studied this, or you may be studying this in controlling of different systems. Okay, in control systems, I think you have control system engineering in the next semester, where you'll be designing systems where you are going to control some machinery, some engines, or something like that, and you want to have a better control on it, based on some parameters that you have, maybe speed control or current control, ride control, voltage control, different kind of options you have. Like how we are going to do that? So make an adaptive control, right? Based on changing on the scenario, you want to change the values. Okay, like automatic braking system that you have, something like that. So you have a more control over the whole system. So that is what being improved by using fuzzy controllers GAs, right? And learning and self-organization. Now in learning and self-organization is maybe in systems where you want to give decisions, like you want to take decisions. Okay, like I want to decide or classify or categorize the data or information, right? Or based on the data that is available to me, I take some particular decision, right? So that is learning and self-organizing also can be improved based on these controllers, right? Now these systems, okay, that is genetic fuzzy rule based systems, GFRBS, are used to design, learn and tune knowledge bases. Now what are knowledge bases? If you go back and remember, you have studied there is knowledge base and there is rule base, right? So they are, in knowledge bases basically has all the fuzzy if then rules. It will have all the fuzzy if then rules, right? And you try to use this to improve that. You increase the knowledge base. You increase the information basically inside that, so that the performance of the system is improved, right? So that it produces good results. Okay. So what we are doing in this system is we are trying to, we are trying to design, learn and tune the knowledge base so that we can get good results. Now the main objectives of optimization in fuzzy rule based systems are, the first one is to find an appropriate knowledge base. You find the knowledge base has basically I told you has all the rules, fuzzy if then rules, has all the information how the system should work, okay, for a particular problem. So first you have to find an appropriate knowledge base, right? And then we start writing the rule. We start checking the rules and membership functions. You add rules and membership functions inside the knowledge base, the fuzzy knowledge base. Okay. Then what we do is, the second one objective is to find those parameter values that are optimal with respect to design criteria. So all the values, parameter values, whatever that we have in fuzzy systems, all the parameters like membership functions, all the input values, output parameters that we have, right, that we are going to use, we try to optimize them to with respect to the design criteria, and that's the objective. These are the two objectives of your optimization in fuzzy rule based system. Okay. Now, considering the GFRBS, that is your genetic fuzzy rule based system, one has to decide which part of knowledge base are subject to optimization by GA. Okay, so we have to decide what part of knowledge base, what rules or what membership functions which are there should we optimize in the GA. So the user has to design and you have to think about it, right? The knowledge base of fuzzy system is the union of qualitative different components and not homogeneous structure. This is very, very important, you have to remember. As I said earlier as well, knowledge base is a selection, it's a combination of different rules, membership functions and different kinds of things that we are going to implement. That is required for the design, right? So it's not a one structure as such, there is nothing like a model over there, but it has a lot of things that we will be using to design the fuzzy system. Okay? Fine. Now, let's take an example. Now, in the knowledge base of Mamadani fuzzy system. Mamadani fuzzy systems are basically type 1 fuzzy systems. These are nothing but your type 1 fuzzy systems that we have already seen in the syllabus. So, the knowledge base of Mamadani fuzzy system has two components. Okay, it has two components, that is rule base containing collections of fuzzy rules. Okay, first thing is it has a rule base containing collection of fuzzy rules and database containing definitions of the scaling factors. Okay, so it will have a rule base containing all the fuzzy rules. First thing is that, and the database containing definitions of scaling factors. Now, definitions of scaling factors, as you remember, we have membership functions, right? We have input values and we have the membership graph, maybe triangular or trapezoidal or Gaussian, right? These are the different kind of membership functions that we may have. So, uska jo bhi scaling karna hai, in some cases the input range will be different, output range will be different, input ranges will be different. You scale the range to a desired range that you want, so that your definitions of your membership functions will remain constant, because you're doing it a general program, right? You're doing, a general system, you're designing a general system. So you're given definitions of some membership functions, right? And then in many cases you need to scale the range of the input or output values to that particular range that you want. So that is also there in the knowledge base. Okay. Now the membership functions of the fuzzy set associated with the linguistic labels. Now what is that? We also have details about the membership function. The details about the membership function are put inside your knowledge base. Okay. What kind of membership function are we using? What is the range of that? What is the value of that? Right? All these are put inside the knowledge base of Mamadani fuzzy system. Fine? Is it okay? So this was all about a genetic fuzzy rule based system. Let's go to the new slide, next slide. And yes, this is the block diagram you can see of genetic fuzzy system. This is a block diagram of genetic fuzzy system. Now here you can see this whole part is your fuzzy process. This whole part is your fuzzy process, right? This is, we can say, the fuzzy process. Sorry. So you have input scaling, that is your input. When the input range values are given to you, you want to scale the input values. We do that over there. Then we do fuzzification of the inputs. Then we have an interface engine. Then which basically, here you have the fuzzy rule base, FRB. I'm going to write FRB over here. Here you have a fuzzy rule base. In that fuzzy rule base, or you can call it as fuzzy knowledge base, there you have fuzzy rules, you have membership functions, right? Then there's a scaling function. All these things are tuned and optimized by using GA. So GA comes in picture over here at this stage, and then it includes, then you to go for defuzzification, and then you go for output scaling. So you see over here we have a parallel. We can see there's a fuzzy process going on this side, and then you intersect it with genetic algorithm on this side. Okay, fine. Now this is about the whole thing. You can draw this diagram. If you are asked in the examination, you have to draw this diagram and give the explanation which I have given in the previous slide. This is the previous slide where I have given all the explanation for how genetic fuzzy rule based system works. Okay. Now coming to the last part of this topic, that's the advantages of genetic fuzzy hybrid. What are the advantages? Now the GAs, right? The GAs allows us to represent different kind of structures. Okay. What it does, it allows us to represent different kind of structures such as weights, features together with rule parameters, etc. So what if you remember, we in fuzzy systems we have been talking about a lot of weightages given to rule based, the fuzzy if then rules, and the input output values. So we want to check give the weights to it. We want to see the different kind of features that we are trying to extract, or what that we are going to see from the input information. Okay, because some of the things that might be really important, so we have to give a higher weightage to those, right? So it is basically allows us to create a code multiple models of knowledge representation. So we are trying to basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to take it to the different level, the fuzzy if then rule base. We're trying to take it to the higher level by accommodating all these, by accommodating GA operators and things from genetic algorithm. We're trying to implement over here so that we can improve it in some way or the other. Okay. Now GA efficiently what it does is it optimizes fuzzy rules. Okay. Whatever if then rules that you have, membership functions you have in the knowledge bases, right, or the databases, whatever information that you have, it efficiently optimizes the fuzzy rules. So that is basically we are trying. It improves the performance of these fuzzy systems, the traditional fuzzy systems that we had. It improves it drastically and gives us a better performance. Right. That's the advantage of having genetic fuzzy hybrid. Okay. So that was it about genetic fuzzy hybrid systems, and I'm going to close this. So thank you for listening.